So this is episode 3 of Westman Fishing Talk. I'm Paul.
And I'm Travis.
And we're going to talk about walleye south of Brandon. And the first of the 3 lakes we're going to talk about today is Max Lake. And here's a map of the lake to show you the shape a little bit. And it's inside of Turtle Mountain Provincial Park. So if you're going there to go fishing, make sure to get a park pass for your vehicle.
And we've caught 43 walleye in 2024. The biggest one was 27.25 inches.
And you caught that one, right?
Yeah, I caught that one.
And yeah, how many times did we go there last year?
We went there 9 times. We didn't do the greatest, but we didn't get skunked. We got at least 2 walleye each time.
Yeah.
And ended up getting one 28-inch walleye in 2023 from Paul and me and Alfie all went fishing.
Yeah, that was a good memory. It was lots of fun. We caught lots of fish as well as the big walleye that day too. And I've seen 13 masters all time from Max or master walleye, 28 inches or bigger. And the biggest one was 29.25. And the best big fish day I ever had out there, I went to my favorite spot, and when I first came around the corner, on the first point I caught a 26, on the next point I caught a 27.5, on the third corner I didn't catch it, I lost one, and then on my favorite, on my favorite spot I caught a 29.25, and it all happened in 34 minutes. I landed 3 of 4, and they were all really big fish, at least 6 pounds each fish. And yeah, I ended up landing 16 of 24 bites that day, and the smallest one was a 19-inch walleye. So that's my best big fish day I've ever had out there. Travis and I have caught 24 before in a day in the boat, but
that was quite a few.
Yeah, I remember that near the dock.
Yeah, I remember that. That was a lot of fish.
Yeah, they weren't huge that day, but we were catching every couple of yards, it seemed like.
Yeah.
And yeah, we like to use rattling wraps out at Max, and we'll show you them now. You want to grab those 2, Trav?
Yep.
And so they come in 3 sizes. These are all lipless crankbaits made by Rapala, and so they're called the rattling wrap. And this is the silver holographic shad. This is the green emerald holographic.
And this one is the baby bass, and this one is the red and green crawdad.
Yeah, and this is the size 8. And these 2 in the middle are size 7.
And the little one is a size 5.
Yeah, and so they all run a little bit different depth. I find this one goes more like 11. These 2 in the middle go more like 9, and the one on the small one goes more like 7. And the nice thing about these lures is not only do they catch lots of fish, but when you get a snag and you get weeds on them, you can shake and pull hard on your lure and feel when it starts to rattle again that the weeds have come off. And because there's no lip on the front, they don't stick as bad. And most of the time you can shake off the weeds without bringing them all the way back in. So it's kind of nice on a weedy lake like Max Lake, and we've used them for years.
Yeah.
They've pulled in all 13 of the master walleye we've seen out of that lake, and I've recorded over 400 fish since 2018 from Max, mostly walleye. But in the last few years, the pike have came back, and we're gonna have to expand our horizons a bit and try some different spots, eh, Trav?
Yeah.
Yeah. So one of the spots we wanted to try, the next one we'll talk about is
Pelican Lake.
Yeah, so I have a map of Pelican here. It's a massive lake though. One of the reasons we don't get out there a whole bunch is we have just a 12-foot boat, and it's quite a big lake when it gets windy. So I haven't made it out there yet, to be honest. And they stock lots of walleye in the lake. We're gonna have to get out there. Travis, what happened when you went there this winter?
We ended up getting 20 walleye between me, Will, and Jen. We caught 20 walleye fishing out there.
Yeah, it was It's a really good lake. I also went ice fishing once, and we ended up catching 3 master perch, and I've only been ice fishing there once, and they were all really big perch, but we didn't catch any walleye that day. But the max depth to Pelican Lake is 5 meters, and the surface area is 27.8 square kilometers, so it's very big, and you can only fish so much in a day.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna try to fish it more, as they put in over 1 million walleye some years, and there's even an aeration system, and they're working hard to make it a good walleye fishery out there.
And the next lake that we wanted to talk about was Westman Reservoir.
Yeah, it's not a very big lake at all, but you can see it's a little tiny reservoir with a dam. And not much of a map to see on camera, but we've never had a boat out there. I've just ice fished it, and we caught a pretty big perch and some pike. But lately on the master site, people have been pulling in quite a few big walleye, actually. You've seen them, eh?
Yeah, I've seen a few pictures of some big walleye out of the Westman Reservoir, and biggest one I saw was 29.5 on the master angler site.
Yeah, and in the last 2 years, I think there's been 5 or 6 or so, but you can check it out yourself on Master Angler Record Book, Westman Reservoir. And yeah, the max depth of the lake is 4 meters, or 13 feet, about 1 inch. And the surface area is very, very small. It's 0.006 square kilometers. And we're just excited to try our Rattlin Wraps out there and see if we get the boat out there and start shaking our crankbaits if they'll bite like they do at Max. So it's worked really well at other spots for us, and we're pretty excited to try it at Boys Bay this year. But yeah, those are the 3 lakes we wanted to talk about. We have more information on westmanfishing.wixsite.com/westmanfishing, with all the stocking information, target species, and even our galleries of our adventures on the bottom. So be sure to check out our site, and hope you enjoyed the video. I'm Paul.
And I'm Travis.
See you next time.
Bye.